How's it going, Ready Up Live? If you haven't experienced it yet, Oddball is now out on Halo 5. It's pretty cool. It is. I mean, look, okay, let's get this out of the way right now. Oh yes, this had to have been there from the start. It is a full-on embarrassment. It is a disgrace that one of the most classic game mode. I love Oddball. It's a classic game mode. It's legitimately my favorite game mode in the Halo series. You know, it's a little unorthodox and unconventional, but I've always loved it. It's always had a very soft spot in my heart. So the fact that it wasn't there from start, yeah, that sucks, but can we just, let's get over it, okay? Look, if Halo 6 doesn't have Oddball at the start, oh boy, there will be hell to pay. You will see hell coming from me. That's a whole thing. Who knows, you know, everything about Halo 5's launch and such. It didn't happen, and it took forever to come out, but they did it. That's the thing. That's the takeaway here, is that they did, in fact, 2 years later, put out Oddball, and it's kind of cool. It's actually really good. I'm having a ton of fun playing Oddball in Halo 5. Now, this footage here is on the Xbox One X. I don't know if you have noticed yet. Obviously, you're going to get YouTube compression, but even just editing here, I'm just looking at the footage. It is very, very smooth and clean. You got that anti-aliasing that gets rid of the jaggies on the edges. Everything is just smoother. It just seems to be a more consistent frame rate. It's just nicer. You can see it. Obviously, not everybody can, because even in my comparison video, there are a lot of people like, yeah, absolutely no difference. Haha. There were. That's why I zoomed in, because there's differences there. It's clean on the X. I'll give it that. And I'm really excited to see a Halo game really made on the X hardware. Even the textures in this game with the X have been ramped up. You can see distant textures on a normal Xbox. They kind of fade out and they get blurry, and the scaling there is kind of wonky. And that's how they make Halo 5 look good up close, right? Like it's an interesting trick. But they don't need to use that as much with the Xbox One X. Everything's just smoother, and you can see better textures further away. It's just a nice thing overall. But talking about Oddball here, it's good. Yeah, it's an interesting combination between old and new, and by that I mean almost play styles. You have a very more slow, tactical, moving player when you're holding the ball. But when you're not, you know, you have your typical Halo 5 sandbox. You're flying around, you're thrusting, you're sliding, you're doing all that against this slower ball carrier. It's very interesting, and I like it. I think it works very well. I like it a lot better than throwing the ball around and having double thrusts and all that stuff. I'm really, really, really happy it's a one-hit kill. I would have been full-on tilted if it wasn't. It has to be a one-hit kill, and because of that, it's been a total blast hanging out with the ball and getting those one-hit melee kills and getting a chain of melee kills. It's what it used to be. I can't believe right now I'm describing Oddball. I'm essentially talking about how great this new game mode is, right? That has been around forever.
Enemies got the ball.
343. It has been around forever, and it will continue to be around forever because it has to. From launch, that's all we need. Our game types. It's fun, dude. I'm having a great time with this Oddball game.
Ball dropped. That's a double. You've got the ball. Ball breaker. We're in the lead. Ball breaker. That's a double. Ball buddy. Ball breaker. You're on a roll. Ball pro.
Now, obviously, we have the weapon tuning in place now all across the board. You're going to have some mixed opinions on it. It's a tricky one. I haven't had enough chance to use the BR because we don't have any BR starts. We need to have BR starts. Like this BR, the new tweaked BR that functions a lot more like a Halo 3 BR, just in terms of its kind of randomness and just its fall off, and it can't really be as effective at a long range as the original Halo 5 battle rifle, because the thing was a sniper. It's funny because it's, you know, we tasted this caviar. We got a glimpse at it of this super far ahead in the sense of distance and power. And now to nerf that BR almost feels a little wrong because we're so used to this powerful BR, right? The word nerf has such negative connotations in general, right? Just, oh man, why would you nerf this, right? This was perfect, and I just got used to this. I think as a pickup weapon, it's absolutely useless now, obviously, because your Magnum is better. Your Magnum does the trick. But it would be a very awesome loadout weapon, or a spawn weapon, in my opinion. And again, I think a lot of it comes from not having been used to it. If we started with the current BR, with the weapon tuning BR in Halo 5, I think you wouldn't hear many complaints about it. Because it's such a hard dance to dance. Because the Halo 3 BR was never perfect, right? And this certainly is starting to head towards that direction. It absolutely was never perfect. It wasn't this pinpoint accuracy BR that Halo 5 was. And so to emulate that, it's a tricky thing. If you emulate that, right, it's just like I said, that you're pulling yourself back. And so I really want to just have some BR starts playlists. I want to have BR starts in a lot of things, if not like everything. Like, it was fun and all. Give us more playlists here. Not using the Magnum starts. I'm not ripping on the Magnum starts. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it was cool. And I think it worked pretty well. And, I still love Halo 5's multiplayer. I still do. Every change, for better or worse, Halo 5 is one of my favorite Halo multiplayers of all time. It really is. I really like it. It's different. Don't get me wrong. It's very different. It's arguably the most different. Well, this and Halo Reach are maybe contenders there. But I do really like it. I think it's a ton of fun. There's a lot more to kind of take in terms of your movement and your abilities. And Magnum Start just kind of added to that. It was its own thing. But I'm ready for BR starts again. I think a lot of people are ready for BR starts again. I think people are ready for BR starts and they don't even realize they're ready for BR starts. It's an iconic weapon.
We got 5 minutes left.
Even with those silly horns that the Halo 5 BR has, that I hope they get rid of in Halo 6, and something tells me they probably will, and they'll make it look kind of more old school again. I want some BR starts. I'm ready for that. I'm ready to have that be the go-to weapon, because even Halo 5 started to push a little more towards the competitive side with having everything be, we don't have an AR starts. What are you doing AR? AR starts isn't really a thing. You're starting with your Magnum as your primary all-around weapon, and it's the equivalent of a BR, essentially. So I think in Halo 6, we're not gonna have these like AR simple starts. I think you're essentially gonna have BR starts for everything, right? That is your go-to default. You load up a custom game, you're gonna have BR starts. It's gotta happen. I mean, it could absolutely be Magnum. I just really don't think it will. I really think all of this test was a test for Halo 6. Because this is pretty late in the game, and you can't say that they're not working on stuff, and they're not, you can't say they gave up hope with Halo 5, because they're still tweaking stuff and they're playing with it. But I certainly think a major part of all of this is having Halo 6 in their mind, is really thinking about where this is going and playing with it now while there is a player base who can play with it at all.
Kill the carry. You've got the ball. That's the match. Victory.
Didn't do too bad that round at all. Look at that, 36 kills. Whew. Whew. That's top 11 oddball kills. I love it. The one-hit oddball. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, that one-hit oddball. From questionable level to questionable level. Overgrowth. Yep. I can't say much good about this level. It's a topic I've certainly breached before, but the maps in Halo, and by extension, the maps in any game, we need to see something, man. I don't know how the heck they're gonna do it, but I just want to see some amazing maps. Maybe talking to Forge guys, maybe the simplicity of it. I mean, I think of the pit, right? Everybody loves the pit, and it's a very simple map. It is a very simple map. Just in terms of its base design, if you're getting rid of any of the look of it, you're looking at just the gray squares. We got that symmetrical map. I like it. That being said, I've never liked midship. It's never done it for me. I know haters gonna hate. It's just, I don't know, there's something about it that's just never appealed to me.
Ball drop.
I do love the looks of this map. You know, a lot of these DLC maps. But I don't think much are gonna stand the test of time here. I can't imagine even remembering the name of this map. Right? It was a struggle to remember the name of the map right now. I can't imagine halfway through Halo 6 being like, you know, map I miss, guys. Seriously, you know what I miss? Overgrowth. Overgrowth, man. That map was phenomenal. I don't think that's gonna happen. You might remember the look of it, right? Like, no doubt. I think that's something that Halo 5 certainly did pretty well. Is just having a lot of memorable looking maps, just in the environment. I think it's just the style of Halo 5 and how they pulled it off. But yeah, no, you're not gonna remember the names of these, I don't think. I'm curious, you guys in the comments. I'd like to make this video also a dialogue. I always like that. I love that about the ReadyUpLive community. Just in the dialogue it creates. I love seeing some of these long comments of people really chiming in their feedback and engaging in discussion. It's pretty cool to see. So I'd love to open up the floor and just discuss who's still playing Halo 5 and what's kind of pulling you in. What's pulling you back? How often are you playing? Because there's no secret. I'm not gonna lie that I've fallen off. Certainly, I have a little bit ago. I pop in every now and then to dabble. Everything makes me want to play Halo 5. Like I'm playing Call of Duty right now, and I'm just like, oh, I just wanna play some Halo 5, man. I just wanna play around a SWAT. I wanna play around a Slayer. I wanna play around an Oddball. Halo will always have that impact forever until the end of the time. The end of the time. The end of the time. It's always gonna have that effect. For a lot of people. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. It's ever present. The feeling, the thought of Halo is ever present, and it's going to be impossible to get away from. Like, I'm always going to buy Halo. Like, I'm always gonna, like, I always want to know what's going to happen with Master Chief. I'll always want to see what the latest multiplayer installment is like. And man, this is going to be interesting to see how they harness the Xbox One X. And I'm super curious how early on they get the specs for this kind of stuff, right? Or I guess they just kind of do that kind of polish later, because we've seen nothing about Halo 6. We've seen nothing.
That's a double.
It's interesting to think where it's going to go, what the graphics are going to look like. I think it's going to be a pretty big leap, because Halo 4 was a gorgeous game. You honestly, you cannot deny it. That game was on Xbox 360. It had some beautiful visuals for an Xbox 360 game. Halo 5 was also a very pretty game in a different way. Maybe Halo 5 wasn't such a massive leap in graphics from Halo 4. You know, you had a little bit better hardware, obviously, and so that showed. But I don't think it was a huge leap. I think some of the rocks and those textures really show it off, but otherwise it's like, yeah, like it's nice and all. But what the heck is Halo 6 gonna look like? Because Halo hasn't necessarily ever been about looking really good. As much as just, looking iconic, looking
Enemy's got the ball.
Its own kind of cartoony. Some people don't understand whenever I drop that word about Halo. Halo has never been Halo was gritty or whatever. No, because I don't know. You think of the faces. Think of except for like Halo 4. Think pre-Halo 4, the faces of characters and like their models and stuff, versus a lot of the other stuff at the time. There's a very distinct look to Halo. It's the Halo look that we can't deny has changed since 343 took over. Became a little more round, a little more realistic. Not a ton, but certainly more towards that direction, which inevitably is going to happen as you get better hardware. You're going to make things look better. But there is this look that Halo has that needs to stick around. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that on Xbox One X. What kind of, you're going to see the lighting and those kind of things. Like, that's definitely going to be very, very obvious graphical improvements. But I'm going to be curious to see what they're going to do stylistically and how they're going to take it. And I just realized that I probably covered a billion topics in this video, which is good, because I feel like I summed up some topics. I just want to kind of carry on. I don't need to keep ranting about the same thing. So there you go, guys. Those are some oddball matches on the Xbox One X. It looks really good. Can you see this? Are you seeing this, guys? This looks good to me, at least on my preview here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, certainly hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'd love to see you guys on the next video. I'm going to do a Call of Duty video. Yeah. I'm deciding. I don't know if I should do it here or if I should do it over on youtube.com/Greenskull. Make sure you go subscribe over there. I do a lot of kind of personal opinion stuff. but we'll see. We'll see. It's an opinion piece. Maybe we'll do 2. Maybe we'll do 1 that's like an opinion piece about Halo using some COD stuff. I have some things about the loot boxes I want to talk about. Or maybe I'll do one that's just like a gameplay talking about Call of Duty that might be on Greenskull. I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see. We'll see how to do it. But nonetheless, guys, I appreciate you watching this very, very much. You're beautiful. You're beautiful people.
Ball pro. And that's the match. Victory.
This is the part of the video where I thank you for being a loyal subscriber and for hanging in there in this drought of Halo information. It's been the longest drought in Halo's history since we haven't seen a new title reveal, right? It's probably going to be like E3. So I always appreciate you guys who are still hanging around and watching what I have to put out, which isn't always Halo, and I don't want it to always be Halo. I want to experiment with different things, no matter how that goes over. You know, it's really hard to make something I'm passionate about and not get many views on it because people only want to see Halo, right? So I appreciate all of you who continue to watch these videos. You guys are great. If for some reason you still don't know, I stream pretty much every night on Mixer, mixer.com/Greenskull. Tonight I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Xbox One X. It's gonna be fun, but definitely give me a follow over there and come check me out. It's pretty chill. It's good times. Also check out what I'm wearing right now. Brand new merch. Look at this. Ooh, look how shiny that is. Ooh, baby, it's so friggin' cool. I love it. This is the limited edition ReadyUpLive 10-year shirt. 10-year, oh boy. This is only gonna be available for like 18 days, so if you don't get it, you can never get it again. This is the first time I'm announcing it right here, the new ReadyUpLive merch store. Go to readyup.live/merch. Whole new line of merch, really psyched. This is officially the only place I've announced it so far, so you guys get first dibs. And I'm gonna have a more traditional announcement video soon. But if you wanna support ReadyUpLive, you wanna represent with some cool golden ReadyUpLive, that's the place to do it. Hit it up. Lastly, if you wanna join the community, we are on Discord. That's the hub of the ReadyUpLive community. Discord.gg/ReadyUpLive. Come chat with us. You're beautiful. Thank you again for watching. See you next video. Shimmer!